The wolves and badgers both wanted to be in charge. Each thought their way was best, and neither would listen. When pride grows louder than kindness, the river starts to rumble. The river waits in silence as Wulfric and Melisson glare across the stones.
Wolves will lead the patrols. The river needs strength.
No wolf commands the badger.
Badgers. That right, Mustard, you little mug. We will see about that.
Who you calling mug cannids? You want some? Do something. You won't do nothing, mate.
The wolves are the High Cannids, leaders of the Antler Court's northern allies in Wildrealm Canon. Their ruling seat is under the Antler Court, allied with the Deer clans. Wolves and foxes are cousins from long ago. The wolves and foxes' great-great-great-grandmother was Davisi. She lived about 6 to 7 million years ago in North America, later spreading to Eurasia, a small fox-sized ancestor that gave rise to both canis, wolves and dogs, and vulpes, foxes, cousins, but wolves don't trust the sly fox. The fox smiles and plans while the wolf likes to lead. Let's meet the boys. Wulfric the wolf stood tall and proud. He liked order and leading the pack, but sometimes his pride made his paws heavy. Ulfar the wolf was brave and steady. He led the packs from the high ridge and watched over them like a guardian. Wulfstan the wolf was quick and clever. He raced ahead of the pack to find safe paths through the hills. The foxes, lesser canids, represent wit, adaptability and secrets. They serve as scouts and messengers, often between clans. From the bramble warrens came the foxes. Vixena leapt first through the roots. Reynarda watched the wind and smiled. Vulpina sniffed out every new path. Phoenix raced ahead with a flash of firetail. Reynardus winked last, sure he knew the trick of it all. Wolves and foxes were family who argued and teased and sometimes fought, but when danger came they stood side by side every time. Question time, did you spot who's on the wrong branch? That's better. The badgers stood with their cousins, the otter kin. Together they guarded the river.
Come on, where are ya?
Badgers and otters came from the same old beast. The badgers stayed on land to dig and build. The otters followed the rivers to fish and swim. That is how their paths split. The badgers and otters share old blood like the fox and the wolf, but the badger keeps the closer bond, steady, patient and fiercely protective of its river kin. Let's meet the badgers of Burrowdeep, Brockhelm, Melisson and Brockred, steadfast guardians of the tunnels and brothers in the lantern gallery, where light and soil stand side by side. And let's not forget the matriarchs of Burrowdeep, Brockwyn, Melessa and Taxilla, wise earth wardens whose paws shape the tunnels. At the river's edge the fox spoke smooth words, hoping to turn otter and badger against each other.
Come on, geese, trust me, would I lie?
But the badger was no fool. He rumbled a warning and the sly fox slunk away with his tail low.
Jog on, fox, you lying muppet.
Come on, lads. No need to be like that, is there?
Stop getting lemon, fox.
So Fox chipped off. The wolf pushed through the crowd, eyes blazing. Typical tricktail, he growled at the fox. Then he turned to the badger.
I'm the governor. It's me and you right here, right now, Badger.
As the meeting starts to get messy, Arthur and Vera emerge into the Wildrealm.
I wonder what the commotion's about this time.
We will know soon enough, Pathfinder.
Arthur and Vera look onwards as Wolf goes bananas.
Come on. Let's have it. Thinking bothered, son, I live for this stuff.
Going over the top, Wolf ripped off his shirt and made a fool of himself. Vera's tail drooped as she saw her own kin stir the quarrel. In that instant she knew. Foxes could be clever, but not always kind. Reynardus turned and whispered to Vera.
Come now, cousin. Don't frown so deep. You can trust the river to flow, Vera, but never a fox to follow.
Vera's ears drooped as she saw her kin so in trouble. Saddened, she turned away from them and hurried back to Arthur.
Is she with us or not, Fox?
The fox stirrers whispered and schemed until the plan was set. By sunset a battle would be called.
Get your top boys, Badger.
We are the top boys, Wolf.
Wulfric raised his claw and roared the call to battle, but the other side had not yet appeared. The badgers looked around in confusion.
Is this it?
What you mean?
The badgers asked if this was all, and Wulfric erupted. With a roar that shook the stones, he charged ahead, wild with fury, ready to fight alone.
One wolf is all it needs.
We want a fair fight, Wolf. We aren't fighting you alone.
You and the otters let everyone steal our salmon. So I'm taking the river. This is my manor now.
Then Lutrina the otter splashed ashore, chattering sharply about the work left undone in the wolf's domain. Her words pecked at his head like a woodpecker. "This is rough," said Wolf.
I can't listen to this. It's why I'm single. Badger, it's me and you tomorrow.
The chatter ended and the forest looked uneasy. Beneath the hush of dawn, Wulfric's roar hung in the mist. The duel of Earth and Fang was about to begin. Melisson was late for choir practice, fur all in a ruffle, because today was the big fight and his mind was already in the pit. The choir had already begun, but something didn't feel right.
Salmurin, the others are singing the forest song. What's held your voice back?
The river has always been our home, our safety. If the wolf runs it now, there will be no place left for us to swim.
Badgers dig deep. They anchor the banks. If they hold, the river holds too. Okay, guys, 1, 2, 3.
Melisson came close and heard his scared friend. This made him angry. He hoped his stubborn badger determination would see him save his friends, who he loved. At least, that's what he hoped. Truth is, he didn't really want the trouble, but being a badger, he couldn't back down. Melisson slipped away. His friends waited by the river. They tried to be positive, but they were worried about the badger.
What's a good badger?
Dead 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 badger.
The wolves were wasting no time training.
The badger's been getting all the salmon for too long.
Maybe we should tell the wolves. We don't eat the salmon, they are our friends.
Guests arrived at the door.
A badger never explains its place, Melisson.
Every animal has a place they protect. The wolves watch the forests, the badgers guard the earth, and the fish care for the river. If the wolf takes the river, the balance breaks. And when balance breaks, everyone suffers.
I don't know, Vera. The wolf looks so strong. I'm not sure the badger can win.
The badger doesn't have to win by strength, Arthur. The elders hold the wisdom of the river and the forest. If we can reach them, they can guide the wolf back to balance. And there is a way. There is an old puzzle stone in the glade. If you can solve it, the elders will hear us.
In nature, a lone wolf usually won't commit. The badger wins by standing ground. In a forced, all-out fight, the wolf can win, but with high injury risk. In the wild, a wolf rarely fights alone. Wolves are pack animals. They move together, think together, and choose their battles carefully. If a lone wolf meets a badger, it will not rush in. The wolf will circle first, watching, testing, waiting to see if there is weakness. But the badger does not step back. A badger stands low and strong, with claws deep in the earth. The wolf sees this and understands. This is not prey. This is a defender. So most times the wolf will simply move on and the badger will remain, steady as stone, guarding its ground. Badgers are digging champions. Their claws are strong and sharp, built to break earth and stone. When a badger digs, the ground moves. Melisson is our badger Arthur. He stands for us.
I like my moves. I love my style. Yeah, baby.
Arthur and Vera, where startled by Bombilius by the riverbank, they spoke of the ancients, wise ones who solved troubles without battles. Bombilius drifted closer, his wings a soft hum. To find the ancients, he said, talk to the mystic animals from the Far East. They still keep the old ways. A blue flash rippled through the hedgerow, and the branches slowly parted, revealing the ancients waiting beyond. A gentle figure stepped from the reeds, Oshiro Driftpaw, the wise river otter.
No need to ask. I already know the question in your hearts. I will call to the water dragon spirits. Their wisdom will guide us.
The spirits like to play tricks, Oshiro warned. Sensi Tigna, the swan spirits shimmered into 5 tiny birds. Remember, not all truths are seen with the eyes.
There is no spoon. Back in the room, the river opens where belief begins.
He forms the glowing ring.
Spirits of tide and mist, I call you by your oldest names. The water trembles, light gathers. To walk with wisdom, we must sometimes fly. So I will fly.
Oshiro appeared in a shimmer, got the answer just in time.
No love being lovebird. I raid this egg.
Egg in hand, he waved his other paw through the air. A gentle blue flash rippled out, soft, not loud. The egg no more, just Melisande stood there. Oshiro closed his eyes and raised both paws. These are the echoes of your ancestors, he said softly.
I call this interspiritual widget spinner.
The ancestors gave their guidance. Melisande must learn to train his strength with patience, and Arthur must seek a truth of his own.
Ancestors give good advice. Ancestors know warn about getting wet.
The river had spoken. Melisande would learn to master his strength, and Arthur must seek the ancients themselves. The journey begins next time. The Yeti can move between our world and the wild realm. People sometimes see him in both worlds for a moment, then he is gone. He lives alone and keeps to himself. Tonight he is hungry for food. And I think I just found out who's eating the salmon. Real Swim was a cousin of our salmon hero. He was small, fast, and always curious. Today, he swam too close to the mountain streams. There he met the Yeti, who was tired, cold, and very hungry. The Yeti ate him. Now the river carries only his memory. What will this mean for the realm?
Finning salmon, I knew it. Badger's been eating it.
Are you sure it's salmon?
Course it's salmon. It's wet fish and salmony. See? Badger dribbled it.
What was that?
Badgers! They're taking the mickey out of us.
Tiddler there.
Chuck that back. We've bigger fish to fry. It's badger fish for tea.
The river carried the sound, crunching, stones shifting. The badgers were feeding. The wolves did not argue. They simply gathered and moved as one.
Wildrealm side by side. Otters' courage, Vera's flame. Every step will change the game.